What's up, everyone? Pasay Baller here. This is now the second game for today, January 13, 2023. We have here New Orleans Pelicans visiting Detroit Pistons, and that game will actually be at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So that's 8 o'clock a.m. here in Manila. I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Pasay Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on that bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. And by the way, the spread given is minus 4.5, and that's actually given towards the visiting team, the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, before we proceed, let's check on the standings and the rankings of both teams. Starting off with the Detroit Pistons, they are from the Eastern Conference, and they are now at number 14 with a record of 12 wins and 33 losses. While for New Orleans Pelicans, man, they're actually doing great at number 3 in the Western Conference with a record of 25 and 17. Okay, so Detroit Pistons, they would have the home court advantage on this. In terms of fatigue, well, both teams were able to rest up last night, so we can just skip that part. In terms of momentum, well, we got to give it to Detroit Pistons because Detroit Pistons, they're coming off a win. That was their win against Minnesota Timberwolves. And man, talk about momentum. They actually won by double digits. They cruised towards the second half of the game, and they actually won by 17. While the New Orleans Pelicans, they are coming off a loss, although that loss was against the best in the NBA. Still, I mean, I'm gonna give a slight advantage towards Detroit in terms of in terms of momentum. Okay, but if we take a look at the form as well, it's not that far. I mean, New Orleans Pelicans, they've won 5 out of their last 10. The Detroit Pistons, they have won 4 out of their last 10. So, yeah, not that far. Okay, so let's take a look at the availability of the players and the health of both teams. For the New Orleans Pelicans, they are still banged up. Well, both teams are. Well, for the New Orleans Pelicans, Ingram, Liddell, and Zion Williamson are still out, and Herbert Jones is listed as questionable. So 3 players out, 1 questionable. While for Detroit Pistons, Bagley, Duran are both confirmed out, and we have Boeheim and Isaiah Stewart listed as questionable. Right, so in terms of health, I'm gonna give a slight advantage towards Detroit Pistons, man, because what New Orleans Pelicans is missing is actually their best player, Zion Williamson. Now, not only that, their second best, or perhaps their third best, in Brandon Ingram. So I'm gonna give the slight advantage towards Detroit Pistons because even though the Pistons got like 4 names listed down here, they still have options at least in the court as to who's gonna score. This one's tough because the New Orleans Pelicans, they're coming off a loss. The Detroit Pistons, they're coming off a win. So in terms of momentum, again, Detroit Pistons got it. Plus they are at home. But we all know that New Orleans Pelicans can be as dangerous as as any team, even though without Zion Williamson, and we've seen that before. Um, this is hard. Minus 4.5. That's the spread given to New Orleans Pelicans. Um, Bogdanovich is actually playing for Detroit. This one's tough, man. It's crazy. I'm seeing McCollum actually scoring a lot in this game, or maybe around 20 points. And Valanciunas he's a beast, man. And I'm not sure if Stewart will be playing, but I think he is. But he is still listed as questionable right now. But that's gonna be one of the major problems of of the Detroit Pistons, the bigs, because number one, Durant is actually not playing. That's confirmed. Is it? I think I missed it earlier. Yeah, I think I missed this earlier. Jalen Duran is actually confirmed out for this game. Duran and Bagley are both out. Boheim and Stewart are questionable. I think I said it. I don't know. So there you go. Duran and Bagley, those are 2 bigs that the Detroit Pistons are missing, and those can actually give them a lot of rebounds. And not only that, inside presence, man, the defense, the inside scoring, all that. But with the plus 4.5, I'm going to stick with the Detroit Pistons, man. They are at home. They got momentum. Bogdanovich is out. They still have other options. Unlike for the New Orleans Pelicans, they are kind of predictable because of the absence of Zion and Brandon Ingram. They would normally go to McCollum first, and then from there, he would try to figure it out. And of course, he would always try to look for their big, call this Valanciunas. So long as they would at least be able to push Valanciunas outside the paint, they should have a chance. I'm not really expecting Detroit Pistons to win like outright, but at least they should be able to cover it. They should be able to cover the spread of plus 4.5 because they have other options anyway to score, especially their rookie Ivy. My pick: Detroit Pistons plus 4.5. Detroit plus 4.5. Peace out, Pasay love, and God bless.